guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I first want to start off by apologizing for the noise that you hear. I have several fans going in here because my room is very warm for some reason. I've even got a window open, so if you can hear the noise in the background, I do apologize. Hopefully it's not too bad. They are pretty loud though, so I am sorry for that. So anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. I do a lot of different content. I do unboxings, just regular topics that I think about from time to time. I've been doing a lot of nostalgia-based stuff lately, which is what today's video is about, and just random things here and there. I would love for you to join my channel. So today, the last video I had posted, I had found a bunch of old cell phones that I had going back to 2006. Well, we're gonna go back even further. So I have this folder here that is full of stuff from when I was in elementary school, I'm assuming, maybe even preschool, and it's stuff that my mom had held on to, and some of it's pretty amusing. I wanted to share some of it with you guys because it made me laugh. Some of it made me confused as to what I was thinking as a child, but some of it I thought was pretty funny and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this folder I have here was with my mom's stuff when she was staying here briefly, and somehow it got left behind, and kind of glad it did because this is something I'm glad I have. I don't think she knows I have it because I haven't really told her, because I haven't thought about telling her. It hasn't crossed my mind. Not that I'm hiding it, it hasn't really crossed my mind. But so yeah, we're gonna go through some of this stuff, and I can't wait to show you guys what's in this folder. So a lot of this is like what looks like to be assignments from when I was a child. So there's a lot of, like, I want to say journal entry type stuff in here. And I have no idea when most of it is for. Some of it is dated, some of it is not. A lot of the things that are in here are from 1994, so I was quite young. And I'm noticing like two sets of handwriting, so it looks like either I started writing it and someone was helping me finish it, but the spelling in these is atrocious. And I don't know if it's because I was young or if it's, I really don't know why it's so bad, because I read so much and you would think I would have decent spelling. It's bad. Are you guys ready? So the first one I'm going to read you is this little note about being in Girl Scouts, but the way that I have it spelled is Grill Scatoots. Which I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera or not. If you can't, I'm really sorry. It's really funny. It says, I am in girl. I spelled it right that time, but then Scouts I spelled incorrectly again, but this time I spelled it Scoututs, so Scootuts instead of Scatoots. Anyways, I'm in the Girl Scouts. On Wednesdays we go outside to play. In June I'm going to SeaWorld with my Girl Scouts. On Friday night to Saturday morning, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be staying at a hotel since my Girl Scout council gets so much money. We can on lots of trips. We're going to Leaps and Bounds. We go camping, and we are. I'm assuming that stopped at the middle of a sentence because that didn't make much sense. The spelling on this is absolutely terrible. Ooh. Then, let's see, let me find another funny one. I've got one about my favorite colors. Again, spelling terrible. Let me find something funny. Oh, okay. Here's one about Halloween. Halloween is apparently, I have decided to spell it. On Halloween, I don't know what I want to be. If you can tell me what I should be, should I be a princess or should I be a witch? No, or Miss Addams that plays on the Addams Family. Or should Wednesday. So apparently the goth ran strong with me from a young age. I really want you to see this spelling. I love that not only did I spell something incorrectly, but I would do it incorrectly multiple times, but different ways of incorrect. I don't know if that's a common thing with kids, or if I'm really not sure what's going on here. There's a lot about Halloween in here, which is not surprising. I've always loved Halloween. This one, it says, it's getting close to Halloween. My mom said we were going to carve pumpkins on Saturday. I got a picture I'm going to put on my pumpkin. I got to try on my costume for Saturday because I'm Halloween partying with my Girl Scouts. I'm trying it on today. I can't wait until Halloween. It's going to be a great Halloween. It didn't say what I was going to be, and I can't remember. So maybe in one of these. Oh my god. I can't get over the spelling in these. This one's about a Halloween party. Halloween party. This Monday we are having a Halloween party. I might bring Jello, blue Jello, my favorite. I love Jello, especially raspberry. It's red, kind of pinkish. Do you love Jello? Because it's my favorite. There is red, blue, purple, orange, green. It tastes good. You can have all kinds of Jello. Spelling again, horrible. Okay, this one's from Halloween Day. On Halloween, I'm being a witch. I'm 4 streets instead of 2. I'm assuming I meant I was going to trick-or-treat on 4 streets instead of 2, because I feel like you didn't get much time in the neighborhood I grew up in. I think you got half an hour or something like that, or maybe you got a full hour, I don't remember, but I always remember I could only get through like 2 streets and maybe half of a 3rd street, and I never had enough time. We'll probably have 2 a week, that way I have a lot of candy. I brought Jello for our party at school for Halloween. I really love Halloween. So this is a continuation from the following morning. Last night it was a bad storm, but I went 3 streets and I got more candy than my brothers Michael and went 3. Jimmy went to 3.5. I was soaked and my costume was stuck to me. Very common in Michigan for it to be absolutely terrible weather during Halloween. It'll snow a lot during Halloween. It almost always rains. That you can count on pretty much all the time. There's a bunch more where it just looks like I'm just writing random stories about stuff. Let me see if any of these are worth reading to you guys. I'll get into the funnier stuff in a minute, I promise. See, I got one about my family. I will read you the one about my family, which is from August of 1994. It says, one day me and my mom went to the store. We bought goldfish and some minnows. When I got home, me and my dad watched TV. I went outside and played with my brother. Then I played Nintendo for half an hour. Then I colored by myself. I love my family. This one is about my pet. My pet is boring. All it does is swim. I wish my fish was a dog. I wish my fish was a bird. I wish my fish was a cat. I wish my fish was not a fish. That's my pet fish. Fish's name is Heat Street. Okay. I wrote a lot of interesting things in here that are just don't make a whole lot of sense. This one's about my vacation, apparently. It says, on my vacation, I went skating at the Rolladium. We had fun. Then we went out to eat for pizza. It was delicious. We all the time. My favorite food is pizza. On Sunday, I went to the hospital to visit my grandma. My grandma is coming home on Monday. This next one is about when I smashed my head into the door, so my dad came into a bloody mess when I got home from work. It was quite interesting. I had to get stitches in my forehead. I remember when I was a baby, I was 5 years old, so apparently 5 to me is a baby. I was 5 years old and I was playing with my older brother Jim. My dad came home. When he came in the door, I slid into the door and I went to the hospital. I had to get stitches in my forehead. I was 4 years old. So apparently I was either 5 or 4. I'm not sure. Apparently me at this age couldn't figure it out. So the rest of this stuff is got a Good Citizen Award apparently. And then a Academic Excellence. Sure, it was not for spelling. That one's from 94. Does it have a date on it? It does not. There's some envelopes with my name on it here, so I think these might be mine. This is for 1994. It looks like... Alright, this ought to be interesting. In reading, I got mostly C's. Spelling, this should not come as a shock, but I mostly got E's in spelling, but I did get a D minus, so apparently I improved at some point. English, I got a B minus. Handwriting, I got a B. Mathematics, I got B's. Social studies, I got A's and B's. Science and health, I got A's and B's. Citizenship, A's. Work habits, B's. Attendance, I was only late twice. Absent a total of 8 throughout the whole year. So that was interesting. Yeah, and that was for 1994. There's another envelope though, so I don't know what this other one is. I don't know if it's another report card or if it's something else. So this next envelope, so this envelope is actually sealed. I find this incredibly odd that this is sealed, which means my parents never opened it, unless it like sealed itself. Although, you know what, this looks like my mother's handwriting, so I'm guessing it probably was in an envelope. Maybe she lost the envelope and put it in another one. That's weird, because I know for a fact they looked at all our report cards. We got in a lot of trouble when we didn't do good. Like, I'm sure most kids got in trouble when they didn't do good. Oh, some good news. It seems my spelling has improved. Reading grade B. Spelling grade B. That's very good, because it was bad. English grade B. Handwriting C. Mathematics B. Social studies C. Science B. Citizenship B. Work habits B. Absent 6 times this year. I still am curious as to why that one was sealed. It's got to be something to do with it getting put in an envelope, because that looks an awful lot like my mom's handwriting. This is some of the stuff I was a little more excited to share with you guys, because it is drawings that I did. I'm going to let you know, they're not that great. But, you know, can't always be the artist. I don't know what's going on exactly or what the context of this is, but it says, vote for Pingree, and then it's got somebody yelling that while holding a newspaper in the corner, which is a girl. And then there's somebody dressed very fancy. And it says, come here, little girl, would you like some money to ride on a streetcar? And then there is another little girl that says, yes, why thank you. And it says, because he is kind and nice. So I'm not sure what all is happening or why it's happening, but that is that. Very interesting. There's Pingree, and then I'm going to assume that's supposed to be me, and then some other little girl. I thought that was really funny. This one, you know what, there's 2 here. Which one should I do first? So this one, I just noticed a fine detail I didn't notice the first time when I looked at this, and it is hilarious. Okay, so this one, it says giant and a ready. No idea what that says or what that means, but there is a picture of a giant man and then a really small girl. And the part that made me laugh, I will show you guys in a second. But there is the picture, there is the giant, and then the little girl. Not really sure what's going on here exactly, but the part that made me laugh is, hold on, oh there he is, I don't know if you can see that, but on his boots it says Fila. So apparently this giant is rocking some Filas. Just funny as hell. This last picture, there's no date. Oh wait, yes there is on the back. It looks like all of these drawings are from 1995. So this says, welcome to the art gallery, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 works of art in here. There are 2 frames hanging up, and then there's 2 sculptures, and then there is what I'm gonna assume is me at the art gallery. So as you can see, there's the 2 pictures on the corners, and then I don't know if that's going to come up because it's like a very light pink. There's like a squiggly pink line that I'm claiming is a sculpture. And then there is a snail sculpture. So the snail sculpture says, snail sculpture by Jane Lear, materials marble limestone, worth $1 million. Okay. Then the pink squigglies is by Jimmy Varge. I really would love to know where I came up with these names from. Jimmy Varge, and it is made with pink laser tubes with pink liquide. No idea what pink liquide is, but then it says day died 1982. Okay. Worth $600 million. And then apparently I am saying, wow, I like this Sculpey. And then the last thing in the folder is I have a certificate of recognition from the State Board of Education for essential skills in mathematics and reading. I'm assuming this is for the MEP test. Is that what you had to do? But so there is that. And then I also have a certificate of attendance from 1994. It says I had maintained perfect attendance for 2 months. So there is that. And I'm not surprised that this is in here, because for the most part, unless something was seriously wrong, my parents would not let us miss school at all. And I hated school. I really did. Mostly because I got picked on a lot. Like a lot. And up until I would say high school, I was a very shy kid. I would hide behind my parents out in public. I didn't really talk to anyone. I was just very shy and nervous around people in general. And then when I got to high school, I became way more outgoing. I don't know what flipped that switch in me, but when I got to high school, I was a completely different person socially anyways, and I became more of an extrovert than an introvert. But growing up, I was definitely very introverted. I was definitely very shy. I didn't hang around a lot of people. So when I was at school and I had to be in those settings with a bunch of other kids, I was always very incredibly nervous and shy and scared to be with other people. I know a lot of times I would have some instances that would make things worse, and I was very clumsy, and I swear I would have mishap after mishap and feel very awkward. And I know I'm not the only kid that had those kinds of instances, but I was also picked on a lot because I was shy and I was quiet. So I wasn't very popular. I definitely got kind of pushed around a lot because I was fairly small until I got a little older, and then I got kind of tall for a girl. I was on the shorter side, and I want to say until junior high I started getting tall. And then I became like taller out of all of my female friends, which, just for context, I am 5'7" right now. In the grand scheme of things, I am not tall. But as far as like females go, that's on the taller side, because a lot of my friends are like 5'2", 5'4", around that height. I only have a couple friends that are the same height as me or taller than me. Most of my friends that are female are shorter than me. But anyways, I did get picked on a lot for a lot of different things. I read a lot as a kid. I almost always had a book with me. So I got picked on for being a nerd and stuff like that. I really liked art, so I got picked on for that. I wasn't good at sports, which was another thing that I got picked on for. So I just had a lot of anxiety as a kid. So I think it's funny to find these things from when you're a child and kind of look back on yourself and see how much you've changed as a person as you've gone through these stages of life and you've grown as an adult. It's definitely funny because me as a child is completely different as me as an adult, but I can see how all of the things that happened to me as a child and all the things I went through as a child shaped me into what I was. So it's very interesting to look at. I think it's funny that, you know, the things that concern you as a child are not nearly as important as they actually are. And I wish it was easier to understand as a child that you don't have to worry about the small things, but, you know, that's the point of being human, is growing and learning and becoming yourself. So I hope you guys found this video interesting. I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you guys will find it entertaining or not, but then again, I'm not really, no offense, making videos technically for you guys. I'm making these for myself. I think it's really interesting that we live in a day and age where we can document things so that we can look back on them later in life. And I'm really interested in like film editing and all that, so this is giving me a creative outlet to make things in that sense. But I mean, I hope you guys found it entertaining. Comment down below, let me know what you thought. Do you guys have anything from when you were a kid that got held on to? This is probably one of the only things that I do have. I have a baby book that my parents kept, but it was never completed, and it's missing things out of it because we used to get into stuff all the time as a kid and fuck around with things. But yeah, I don't have a lot of things from when I was growing up, and a lot of things from when I was growing up were not held on to. So this is probably about all I have from when I was a kid, and all I will ever have from when I was a kid. So, you know, it's kind of cool to at least have this, and I hope you guys found it interesting. Again, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna end this video here. Please like this video if you did indeed like it. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.